Hello everyone, I am Sanjeev Devre, a lucky father of the best daughter in the world and happy husband of a superwoman. The main aim of my podcast is to empower 1 million people to create a positive change in our society as a digital lifestyle entrepreneur so that people can live a happy, prosperous and spiritual lifestyle. Today the topic of my podcast is Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect, as described by social psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger, is a type of cognitive bias in which people believe that they are smarter and more capable than they really are. In 1995, MacArthur Wheeler robbed a bank in America in broad daylight. He was surprised later when he was arrested, as he incorrectly believed that covering his face in lemon juice would make him invisible to the CCTV cameras. Inspired by not only his incompetence but also his lack of awareness, researchers Justin Kruger and David Dunning of Cornell ran a series of studies to see if lack of ability is linked to low level of self-awareness. In their experiments, they had various participants perform various tasks and then estimate how well they did. The tasks included telling jokes, logical reasoning, and grammar tests. Finally, they wanted to see what could be done to help someone more accurately assess their current ability levels. The main observations from the experiment are: number one, the majority of the people tend to overestimate their abilities. This finding is most pronounced by those with the lowest ability. Number two, the level of overestimation decreases the more able the participants are. Number three, this finding, known as the Dunning-Kruger effect, has been found in a range of skills that include logical reasoning, grammar, and exam results. Number four, the only group of people who tend to underestimate their abilities are the most competent. This is often referred to as the burden of expertise. And number five, improving someone's metacognitive skills through training and workshops was found to improve the accuracy of their self-assessments. Now, about some related research, it appears that this research confirms what many notable figures from history have previously stated. Like Socrates proclaimed that I know one thing, I know nothing. Charles Darwin noted that ignorance more frequently begets confidence than does knowledge. William Shakespeare in As You Like It wrote, "The fool don't think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool." And Thomas Jefferson once said, "He who knows best knows how little he knows." Indeed, Luke Skywalker says in Star Wars that overconfidence by the dark side led to the Death Star being blown up. However, why do people not get better at recognizing their incompetence, especially if they experience many failures? Research suggests that people may attribute their failures to external factors such as luck or circumstance as a way of protecting their self-esteem. This is not a bad short-term strategy to protect confidence, but unfortunately is found to be a poor strategy for long-term learning and development. About the implications of the study, this study has three important implications. Firstly, it is important to be wary of anyone who claims anything with 100% confidence. This is often a sign of a lack of expertise, not of superior knowledge. Indeed, the authors of the study note that the same incompetence that leads them to make wrong choices also deprives them of the savvy necessary to recognize incompetence, be it their own or anyone else's. Secondly, it is important that people are aware of their current skill levels if they are going to improve them. if they have overinflated views of their ability levels, then it is less likely that they are going to reflect on how to improve and get better. Thirdly and finally, we have to find a good balance in helping people understand their current levels in a way that does not hinder their motivation. If they believe that their abilities are set and not going to change, then they are unlikely to put in additional work. Indeed, research suggests that people with this fixed mindset give up quicker, cope worse with transitions, have poorer coping skills, and generally get lower grades or lower results. How do we strike this balance of heightened self-awareness and motivation to get better? Training people metacognitive skills has been shown to help. These skills include better preparation before an event, self-monitoring and regulation during it, and calm, rational analysis afterwards.